we know that good things come to those. Alright, so I'm excited to be here tonight. With a welcome everyone that is joining us via YouTube or via Zoom or social platforms that you are joining. And tonight we're here for a very, very special reason. Tonight we're here to do the soft launch for Sollong, Jamaica. I know we are all spiritual people, so okay. So following the thanks and praise tonight, direction, mercies, as we are about to start tonight, receiving after the blessings, presence tonight, without we can do, so we can advance. All right, so I am Dr. Ben Israel, and I was introduced to this wonderful opportunity that I'm going to share with you, that we're going to be exposed tonight about from January. So from January 7th, which was the day after my birthday, January 6th, I was told about this opportunity. I'm in a lot of projects because I'm a natural person. A lot of projects. I love what I do. But I was told about this opportunity because they're always looking for something else. And I'm particularly looking for something that is passive, that does not require my direct involvement, that does not require my direct participation, but can do something. And whenever I evaluate opportunities, I look at a number of factors. In other words, it should be something that's direct, it should be something that's strengthening, it should be something that is going to evolve into where people are going and where people are coming from. And so I spent about 20 years in the network marketing space, and so when the opportunity was presented to me, I didn't have that much time to evaluate it. But when I did my initial evaluation, I said, yeah, it was like, so it fits the criteria that I have. I want to be a part of it. So long story short, I got involved with a small enough amount of resource that, let me just say, nobody is willing to lose, but I would be comfortable enough to lose if I'm not scared. And so I got involved because some people always said, buy the future. While this, so I got involved and I said, let me just take the rest of time on my own to evaluate it. Now, the same time I started this opportunity, the Sollong opportunity, I had a number of other opportunities, projects I was working on that all required resources. So I put some resources in Sollong and I put some resources in the other projects. And so 5 months after, I'm evaluating the Sollong project along with my other project. And it doesn't because the other projects are not fruitful. It's just that when I evaluated in comparison to that Sollong project, I had accrued nearly 5 times what I had put in to the other projects. And this was passive. So this was not part of my direct intervention, my direct action. And so I was doing my research. I looked at what Yahoo Finance had to say. I looked at what other established entities had to say. And after look at something that has grown nearly 5 times to what you had, it would catch your attention. And so after looking at it, I feel very comfortable looking at the leadership. After looking at the projection of your Sollong project, I'm comfortable enough to associate with that. And so that is because it has been a game changer. I want to apologize for the fact that technology is working the way it is working. But we are in a time now where people are innovating and we are moving away from how things was done Even if we're expecting, I'm still expecting more persons. We know there are a lot of persons who are joining us via multimedia platform. And so tonight we have a number of leaders here tonight, and I'm going to invite one of them to come forward. His name is Bright, and he's one of the leaders who has brought immense experience to the company. I'm going to invite Bright as one of our senior members to come forward and to share for us. Bright?
Yes, sir. It's an honor to be here. We have the pleasure of having the presence of our CEO, the visionary behind this project, and unfortunately, we have to get all of the right now. So, let's use this moment to welcome Jamaica to give us a short stage before the government on this platform. Jamaica, if you're on, family, then put it there.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. White. Thanks. And for everyone for hosting this event, both offline and online. I'm actually in Hong Kong airport right now, so I'm about to board a flight to Singapore in the next 5 minutes. So I can only really like to meet everybody and talk to you guys in the next 3-4 minutes. So this is my flight. I'm just about to board. I think we really welcome everyone try to understand the business and be part of this, participate in this business. I'm CEO, I'm the co-founder of Sollong, which this project we started about a year and a half. Again, 3-4 months ago. So if I look at the journey, it is something that we start on this one page UI with a simple discrete and tracking point, and now to more like it's more like a online song, more like an AI agent, all sort of things. So if you get a chance to open the app of Sollong, we get to understand how much work we actually put into the project. So the whole narrative we are doing around the AI and also the Web3. So we are in the world that we cover one to how numbers. This is the model we actually started in day one, essentially start business. And that is a very long-term model that has been running on the market for almost 2 months. So we have no issues of about sustainability and longevity, and that's really been well received by the market. So the second pillar is a student project, which is what we call the Sollong second 4-1. So we're not just launching one, so we're launching 5 models together. So we're launching 5 models ranging from $200, $100, $1,500, $3,000, $400. So each of them is a Web3 inverse. So whatever home you find, money visibility on every devices, and also a tablets as well. So we got 6 models, simultaneously launch on market, and we have delivered about 50,000 plus units only in the past 3 months. And Rocket team has done a fantastic job of helping us tap into not just the African market, but also the Caribbean market, talking right now, and also the Philippine market, the Singapore market. We've been shipping about 50,000 plus of those units around the world. So that's the second pillar. The third one is to launch what we call the RAM, because we identify the RAM is really become the risk of the whole AI space. The RAM is too much story. So yeah, we sort of run the RAM as PowerPoint mode. Kind of capital freezing for y'all. Again, today I'm not talking about all those incentives. Most of the three pillars have really great, not just a static income, but also a great incentives for leaders to gain some more and get some revenues from developing his network. So that's what I want to share. Next is just about to modify some of the ladies and gentlemen. Have a good evening for the tonight and then. You may have questions, ask the people in the group. I look forward that we can talk again in the near future. There's a lot of events coming up, so we just recently closed the live event about a month and a half ago. And we got African, we got Mauritius event coming up. Yeah, just tell me where you want to post the event will be posted and we'll send something to all you guys. So thanks again, thanks, Brian. I'll probably need to go now. I'll leave the audience. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Richard. Ladies and gentlemen, that our CEO, Mr. Richard Gray, who will share the direction of this project with us. Now, before I hand over to the host, I have a few things that I just want to say to follow the report, which I said. I have been part of this project for 5 months now, and from the very first day, I traveled to China to see what's happening. I mean, I think that Sollong is a company and does this one at the wall as it is, but how it could be. And tonight, I'm delighted to be part of this groundbreaking event, where a lot of lives and communities are going to be impacted by Sollong and bringing about new opportunities in ways that have never been thought of or imagined possibly, of how we think of work creation and technology and people and everything. And so it's a great honor and I hope that this is a start of something good and amazing. Thank you, Mr. Host. At this point, I will stay on. I'll handle those answers. Again, thank you guys.
All right, thank you so very much, Bright, for your input. All right, we have a lot of leaders here tonight, but because of time, we're going to ask to share a little bit after the presentation. We want to understand that Sollong is creating waves, not only in the Caribbean, but literally all over the world. So you'll hear from some senior leaders later on the presentation. But tonight we have one of our senior members from Jamaica who has traveled all the way from Montego Bay to be here. Somebody who I can never get tired of her presenting and sharing, because there's a saying, is the transfer of emotion. And believe me, she has the ability to transfer her emotion because she believes what she's saying. So tonight, without further ado, I want to invite Sassy to come forward and to share with you the awesome opportunity of Sollong, and later on in here,
all right. Good night to everybody. How is everyone doing tonight? It's a pleasure to be on with you guys. I am Sarah Julian, known as the Sassy Entrepreneur, from Montego Bay. Drove all the way tonight for this presentation. So hope you guys enjoy the information. Definitely, this is an opportunity that once you have seen it, take it very, very seriously. We are in a time and in an age where we are all looking for different ways to make money, right? We're looking for ways to make our money work for us. Because if you don't have multiple streams of income, you're going to keep working for money all of the days of your life. And I'm sure we don't want that, right? We want those days when we can relax, spend some time with our family, our friends, enjoy life a little, kick back a little bit, and not have to wake up every single morning worrying about getting to work on time but instead being our own boss. So tonight I'm going to show you how you can be your own boss, how to really tap into something called blockchain technology, AI technology, allow it to work for you and allow you to make money. So of course representing Sollong, which is here to redefine the new paradigm of deep in technology, that is centralized physical infrastructure network. And I'm not going to bombard you with any long kind of explanations to confuse you. I'm going to make it very, very simple as possible for you to understand. So let's have it up. Let's have it up. Okay, where do we go? So go over to the next slide. Go to the third first. Right. So Sollong is based on a real deep-in network. Okay, they're all about computing power. Now, what is computing power? Now, back in 2015, something very weird happened, or should I say something very political happened, where the American government basically banned China from being able to get computing software from NVIDIA. As you know, NVIDIA is one of the leading technological companies in the world, leading in AI. Of course, they wanted to prevent China from actually making advancements when it comes to AI. But we know that didn't work because if you've been following any news, you probably heard about DeepSeek, right, which is a alternative to ChatGPT, which ChatGPT has been the leading AI software for the past couple of years, but now DeepSeek has come along free of charge, whereas ChatGPT is charged, right, and they are taking over. But long story short, when this happened, and these Chinese AI companies were not able to actually gain access to the software that they need to actually make AI software. What happened is that Sollong saw that opportunity and decided to purchase the chips from NVIDIA and provide computing power to the AI companies in China. And thus Sollong was born, allowing these AI companies to tap into that, and also allowing persons like you and me to also tap into that by simply investing in computing power and allowing that to actually earn money for us every single day. How? Because these AI companies, they are actually purchasing the computing power from us, and we are earning a percentage on our money every single day to the tune of 1% per day. Next slide, please. Now, this project is not only about computing power, but it also combines cryptocurrency, blockchain, and all of that into one project. And of course, every self-respecting project in the crypto space has their own token, right? And when you think about token, think of something like Bitcoin, for example, XRP, Cardano, and all of these are cryptocurrencies, all of these are tokens. Sollong has its own token, right? And this is called its share. So 20% of those tokens, which is the only token, was given in IDO or initial coin offering. Okay, 15% went to the people, 1.5% went to the team of developers, and that particular percentage is being used for actually all at once. 3% went to marketing, 2% to the airdrop, and the 2%, 0.5% to the treasury, 9.5% goes to the treasury, right? black hole. What is the black hole? This is a place where basically part of the supply of the tokens are burnt out of existence or they are erased. Think of it like supply and demand. If you have, let's say, 100 bananas, right, and you destroy 49 of those bananas, whatever is left, the price goes up in the market, right, because you have less supply. It's the same thing that happens when it comes to tokens and coins in the crypto market. Next slide, please. Now, they also have a buyback mechanism where most of the coins, at least 85% of the coins that are either bought or sold in the ecosystem now go into black hole as well, right? And then a certain percentage goes to the payment algorithm, another percentage goes to persons who decide that they want to actually promote Sollong as a business. You are able to actually earn additional income from doing that. So not only are you able to earn passively, you are also able to earn actively. All right. So what you see on the screen here is something called a halving mechanism. Now, everyone here has heard about Bitcoin, right? If you've heard about Bitcoin, I see your hands up. Right, awesome. Everyone has heard about Bitcoin. And not only because it's the leading cryptocurrency, but the price of it is soaring. But there's a reason why the price soars, because every single 4 years or quarter of years, what happens is that a halving happens. So if there are 10 Bitcoins, what halving means is that 50% of whatever Bitcoin is left is destroyed, leaving only the remaining 50%. And that causes what? The price of the coin to rise. So this follows the same kind of mechanism where every quarter of the year, right, the coin is halved, the supply is halved, thus increasing the supply. Sorry, increasing the price. Next one. So let's talk about earning. How do you earn with Sollong? There are five different ways to earn with Sollong. Although one of them is not here because it's a relatively new feature. But the first way, of course, is Sollong, the CDI, right? Where you're able to earn 1% every single day on your capital, right? Whether it's $1,000 you have there, $100 you have there, whatever amount you have there, you're able to earn 1% of that every single day. Now, the second way is something called the annualized interest. And this is like a bonus that you get from the system where you are able to earn the Sollong tokens we were talking about earlier. You're actually able to earn those for free, just for having your funds making more money for you inside of the system. So whatever capital you have, you earn about 0.02% of that in Sollong tokens every single day for free as a bonus. Now the third way is by holding Sollong tokens. So now as you're starting to earn these Sollong tokens and you have them in your wallet, just for having them in your wallet, you're going to be earning an extra interest on that in more Sollong tokens. So the system detects that you have Sollong tokens in your wallet. As a result, every single time someone buys or sells Sollong tokens, a percentage of the fees that are being charged is going to go to you as a reward in Sollong. That is very, very powerful. The next thing is LSD staking. This is still to come, right? But you will be able to stake your Sollong tokens and earn 1 to 3 times the amount that you have. And of course, now we have something called AI wrap that also allows you to earn more money. So there are 5 different ways. But we're going to really zone in on one particular way, which is the TI. Next slide, please. here, easy chart for you to understand how this can earn you. Now, this chart is in Solana. Now, Solana is a cryptocurrency coin. I believe currently Solana is worth $126 per coin. All right. Now, in this example, this particular person started with 100 Solana. Okay. Now they're earning 1% a day on that. So let's just do the math here. If they're earning 1%, if they started with 100 Solana, at the end of 7 days, they would have 107 Solanas, right? Because they're earning 1 Solana a day. All right. Now, the strategy here is that once you start earning, what you want to do is compound. As long as you have $50 or more in Solana or USD, whichever currency that you are staking in, you are able to now continue compounding until you have reached your 90th to 100th day. Now, once you've reached your 100th day or your 90th day, where you have more than doubled your capital, then you start pulling out, right, until you gain your capital back, and then you can continue compounding from there. So it's this little strategy where you want to make sure, of course, that you are in the black, right? Because with any investment, you have to make sure that you have recouped your capital back, right? So you're working to first recoup your capital. Once you recoup your capital, then you allow it to continue compounding, and you can, go back and forth. You can either compound, then pull out. It's your money. You decide what you want to do. You're going to be 100% in control. Right? Okay, so let's look at an example here. Okay, so you're earning first 1% plus you're earning Soji tokens every single day. All right, so let's say, for example, you have $10,000 in your CPI, earning 1% a day, that's $100 a day. All right, now you're able to compound every 7 days a minimum of $50. So let's say at the end of 7 days, of course, you have $700, so you have way more than $50 to compound. You go ahead and compound it. Now you're doing $107 per day, right? Yeah. Okay. So at the end of 77 days, okay, you would have now doubled your capital to $21,000. You would now be doing $210 a day. By 120 days, you would have tripled your capital, being at $31,815, making $318 per day. Now, my question is, what would an extra $318 or $210 or $107 per day do for you? Keep in mind that this is money that you are earning whilst you are sleeping, whilst you are here looking at this presentation, whilst you are at work. This is not something that you have to show up for. This is your money working for you. So let's look at the Soji earnings as well. Okay, so with the Soji earnings, with the same example of $10,000, remember what I said, you're earning 0.02% of your capital in Soji tokens on a daily basis. All right, so in this case, this is 2,000 Soji per day. At the current price of 1 cent per Soji token, you'll be earning $20 a day. So in 30 days, you would have earned 60,000 Soji. And that means you'll be earning $600 a month at the price of 0.01 cent. Okay, $6,000 a month if the price goes to 10 cents. And if the price goes to $1, that is $60,000 a month US extra. Remember, this is bonus money. This is points that you are earning just as a bonus for you having your capital working inside of the system. Oh, right? Okay, guys, so this is simply how you really earn and work in this ecosystem. Now, this is one way to make money. Now, there is another way to make money that we have not yet mentioned, right? I'm sure you looked at these flyers here, these and you see something saying Sollong phones, right? And so we're moving into a new age of technology where not only are we able to make our money work for us, but also we can tap into technology where we have our phones making us money every single day. So introducing the Sollong stellar phones. These are Web3 phones. Now I'm sure you've heard about Bitcoin mining, Ethereum mining, right? All different types of mining when it comes to currency. But here is a phone that can actually mine you SOG tokens, the ASOG token, LM tokens, which are all tokens inside of the ecosystem every single day. Now, mind you, these tokens are worth money and you can exchange them at any time that you wish, right? So we have these three just to start off with. This is S1, $500, the S2 for 1,500 US, and S3 for 3,000 US. Recently, we come up with the S3 Pro, right? As well as they have just released Sollong tablets as well. All right. Now, these particular phones are going to be preloaded with a mining software that is going to be mining cryptocurrency for you every single day. All right. Now, whatever you paid for the phone, let's say you got the S2 for $1,500. Okay. Now, within 2 months, right, to 2.5 months, you will have made back $1,500 for that phone. Now, how many of us here? Well, I believe every single person here has a phone, right? We bought them, whether it's 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, depends on your appetite, right? Some people love the expensive phones, some people can't be bothered with that, they just buy the cheap ones. They don't really care, right? But whichever phone that you have, at no point in time has that phone paid you back what you bought it for, right? Here we have phones that are making money every single day. And the great thing about it is that it works just like a smartphone. You can do every single thing that you're doing currently on your phone, your WhatsApp, your Telegram, your Snapchat, your TikTok, whatever, right? Just only use your regular phone, but the difference is this phone mines and makes money for you every single day. And this is something that you definitely have as a staple. You want to be in possession of one of these phones and start making yourself some. Okay, guys, just a little technical difficulties here. All right. But of course, you have got the phone, guys, right? So there are so many ways inside of this ecosystem where you can make money. First of all, you have the CBI, where you are earning at least 1% every single day on your funds, right? The second way you are able to earn Solgi tokens for free as a bonus inside of the ecosystem, right? Earning these phones, okay? These are mega, mega, mega. These phones are the future when it comes to technology and earning. Imagine walking around with a phone that is making you money whilst you are eating, sleeping, relaxing, walking about, playing, whatever on your phone, Snapchatting, for those of you who like Snapchatting, scrolling through TikTok, all of that. Your phone is making money. So guys, this is how it works, right? And of course, in interest of time, we're making this presentation very short and to the point. But I believe every single person here now understands what Sollong is all about, how you can make money with this amazing opportunity. So at this point, we will open the floor to any questions that you may have.
Thank you. Put your hands together for Sassy. The device interrupt their flow. This is not regularly. This is not normally Sassy. Believe me, it's not normally Sassy. Normally she flows. But tonight, just want to apologize for the device. We're in a new space. And so we have to be making amends and making a do. But put your hands together again for Sassy. All right, we have Bright, who is all the way in Ghana. And Bright is the bright spark among us. And so Bright is going to help us in answering whatever questions we have. So if there's anyone who has a question, we might have persons online and we have persons on site. So let me start with the persons on site first and move to the persons online. Is there anyone on site that has a question that needs further clarification? Hold on.
From Garnet. Sassy spoke about man. And I'm very interested in what this man is about. Data mining, who's data mining, who's data, and where and what we do that mining.
All right, so Darlene is here from an on-site audience, and she's asking, she heard the term mining right, and she wants to know what is being mined and what is being done with that information that is being mined, right? Just unmute yourself, right? Okay, well, Sassy wants to take this.
So, person's data is not being, okay? When we speak about mining, when it comes to the Sollong phones, what is being mined is the coins inside of the ecosystem. Remember earlier on we were talking about the Solgi token? All right, so in the ecosystem, there are a couple of coins. There's Solgi token, A-long token, L-long token, the ASOLG token. So these are the coins that are being mined by the phone. And these particular coins, they are easily now converted into US dollars. If you want to, whenever you are ready to convert them, they're easily converted into US dollars, and you can then take that and send that to your crypto card, because Sollong also has their own crypto debit card where you can send your crypto straight to the card, go to the ATM, pull out your money, use it at any supermarket, etc., etc., etc. So when we're talking about mining, this is what we're talking about. One's data, okay? we're talking about strictly mining of cryptocurrencies in server. Okay? Yeah, similar to.
Right, something. So that sounds like, I understand it, that sounds like what you're saying is technically when you buy a phone, you're buying technically, now the one sounds dramatic, like a machine that's making money for you.
Not technically, you are.
Okay, alright. Yes. Pay attention. That's it. And I have one more question from the answer, yes?
After good evening, everyone. So my question is, I understand that you presented the business overview, but is there anything that we should be learning when they're investing?
Is there anything that one should be mindful of when they're investing?
All right, well, of course, when you're investing, just like I mentioned earlier, one of the first things that you should always be mindful of is being able to return your capital as quickly as possible and focusing on getting that done first. A lot of times in the crypto space, people, get carried away with compounding. Right? They compound, they never pull up. All right, but what we want to do is always make sure to recoup our capital first. So as soon as you have doubled your capital or just a little bit more, you want to make sure to pull out your capital so that number one, you recoup your capital so you are risk free. Number two, you are working on house money, meaning completely profit, so not just your profit, making you more profit every single day, right? That way, you keep yourself safe, you keep yourself in the black, and you keep yourself happy, right? One other thing that I want to mention, of course, is this system, the way that it works is it is made for, firstly, compounding when you just come in, which is why I mentioned earlier, you want to compound for at least 90 to 100 days before pulling, starting to pull out, right? Because how the system works, because it is a real system and a real business turning over profit, as the profits start growing, if you start pulling out from it too early, you're basically going to be pulling out from your capital. So prevent you from pulling out from your capital, you allow it to double first or a little bit over, and then you start pulling out, make sure you pull out from your capital, and then you can allow it to continue compounding, and you can move back and forth compound and pull out as much.
Thank you very much, Sassy.
So my follow-up question, it's just an hypothetical, right? I know generally investing sometimes they might. So is it the same with this business model? Meaning, right, so would that affect the person?
So the 1% that you make, because it's 1% that you make, because Sollong allows to invest in tokens, they are stable tokens, which like USDT, their return is fixed. So if 1% of what they invested is a certain amount affected, but if you invested an unstable coin, like Bitcoin or like another coin, then the volatility in the price of that coin will affect your earning even with the 1%. All right?
Everyone, my name is people presentation right here. In the event that someone loses their phone or gets damaged from the tree.
All right, Sassy, Smart.
All right, so the great thing about it is that when you're setting up your account, you can set it up with a username and a password, and you're able to actually monitor your account from other devices as well, right? So if you lose your device, you should be able to log in on a different device, granted that you have your username and password information, 2FA information, and so on. You have to keep those safe, because if you lose it, nobody can, not me, not Sollong, not their customer, nobody at all. This is information that only you hold. Make sense?
I'm key card by the way. In addition to that, when you set up an account, you really need to physically store your username and password. I am one person who always tells everyone associated with my network, listen, get a book. Please get a book. You're in Jamaica, especially persons in Jamaica. You don't know when you're gonna be walking halfway through crossroad downtown. When you're looking for your phone, you can't find it. That's how it is. It's the reality of where we live. People, you must protect your password physically. The hard copy, the pen, and the paper. That is how I store mine. You can't keep my phone now. My money is safe. You just go to take out the little book and good. You see those 12 seed trade that you get when you set it up. I send you my wallet. Make sure say you screenshot it. Just screenshot it. Then of course write it down and remove it from your phone. There are hackers out there. And they will find it and they will take it. And before you know it, your money is missing. The paper and the pen people. Never forget that. Never. Old school, need. Save money. Thank you.
Any more questions? Right, so those are the things. Sophia's question is, does she have to purchase a new phone or can she use the phone, existing phone that she already has?
All right, so when it comes to the money, you have to purchase the phone to get money. All right, your regular device is not going to do that. These phones are miners. The mining is integrated into these phones. So if you want to mine, then you definitely need to get the miner, which is the phone, right? Other than the phones, when it comes to earning, with your regular phone that you have right now, you can use that along with your capital, and you can start earning using the CPI, earning 1%. And if you want to mine, then later you can purchase a home whenever you are ready. You got a follow-up question? Okay, so for those on the Zoom, she is asking, right, just for clarification, if she's able to make money with her phone using the CPI and then unlock further profits by purchasing the Sollong. Answer is yes. So with a regular phone, you can start with, you want to start at $500, whatever, you're earning your 1%. If you want to unlock more profits, then you buy the phone and that unlocks another earning stream of income for you. Okay?
Probably say that. Probably.
practice.
What's the difference in earning?
So what's the difference between earning from your phone compared to buying the phone and earning from that as well?
Right. Okay. So there's a much difference. Okay. So with the CPI, record that is ready to 1% every single. Okay. With the my phone, this minds you in SOLG tokens, ASO LG tokens, LOG tokens, right? Now, again, earlier on we were talking about Bitcoin. We were talking about XRP. I remember the days when Bitcoin was at 10 cents. Okay? Now, this is the stage where the SOLG tokens, the LOG tokens, this is the stage we are at right now, right? But as Sollong continues to grow, what is going to happen? Because these are not shares. What is going to happen is that the value of those coins are going to continue to grow, right? Exponentially. Now, if you earn, let's say 1% a day, let's say 10,000 and 1%, that's $100 per day. $100 will always remain $100, right? But if you have $100 in SOLG tokens, and those tokens, let's say, go from 1 cent to 10 cents, that $100 turns into $1,000. If it goes to $10, that $100 turns into $10,000, right? So I think we understand the difference. One is earning you in a stable coin, which as we know, $1 is $1, and the other is earning you in a currency that can increase in value over.
With the exercise.
Alright, so you made mention of once you got the money, let's say you want, let's say I invested, let's say $20,000, right? And I'm going to withdraw, let's say I have a card or whatever you call it. Oh, crypto debit card, that's it. How fast will I be able to use based on, let's say, I'm going to put up money?
A good question. All right, so I think what he's asking is if he invested $10,000 and you want to withdraw, I mean, so like a two-part answer too. One is how much you can withdraw, how quickly can you have access to it. Whether it's all the $10,000, I don't know, or if it is the earnings from the $10,000. So they would answer from.
All right, so the way the system works is that whatever capital that you put in, okay, it's locked, all right? You're earning the profits on that every single day. So the profits that you're earning every single day, you can pull it out or you can compound it. It's up to you. But whenever you pull it out, whenever you withdraw it, it's instant. If you send it to your card, it's instant. You'll be able to use it like right now. Like you send $100 to your card now, you go to the ATM now, you go to your money now. There is no limit, right? So this is why we say when you start out, you do the compounding until you have doubled, right? At that point, you'll be able to pull out in what should I say, in valuation of your capital, and then you'll still have your original capital continuing to work for you. That is the strategy. So the first couple 90 days or so, all you're thinking about is compounding. Okay? You're just compounding that, and then from there, you are able to now start pulling out your capital.
So 2 minutes and 35 seconds from Sollong.
Just want to add that that is also one of the reasons why I believe Sollong is so safe, because that was done by design as a protective mechanism, Because as you know, there are persons who just put in $1 million and overnight make X amount and pull out their profits plus their $1 million. So the system is designed so that your capital is returned to you in a timely manner so that the system program is not vulnerable. Right?
But the question is, let's say after 90 days, I want to pull up everything. When I do everything.
No, it will come back to you.
You can pull out in increments. So let's say after that 90 days, let's say you now have $40,000 there, you're now making $400 a day. You can pull out that $400 every single day until you have recouped your original capital, which may be $10,000. Right?
Based on the model.
Right.
And we can improve on
At the same time.
Hold on, relatively, how long is it?
Okay, so her question is, how long has Sollong been around? Where is it registered? Okay, so Sollong has been around since last year, January. Okay, it is registered in Singapore. All right, they have offices in Hong Kong, they have offices in China, Australia, Africa. They're looking at opening one here in Jamaica as well. And they also have a research and development headquarters in the US. Okay, someone is asking online, how do you get the card? So simply, if you have an account, you're going to see in the wallet area on the top right, you're going to see something that says Visa. You click on that, and then you just go through the process. It guides you step by step on how to get your card. Okay, it's pretty simple. And once you got it, you got the virtual, and then you also put it. I'm not so. Thanks. Look, we're on here tonight. You're on here tonight. You're never alone. And whoever invited you to come to this meeting should be. Okay.
Step by step.
No problem. We're always here.
Thank you.
Hello, how much you think for the car?
Pardon? How much can be held on the card? How much is it? Oh, it costs $5 Yeah. So once you pay for it.
That's what it is for the person.
Right, so once you have applied for the card, one time, the application is $5. Once you apply for the card one time and you've gotten your card, there is no additional fees that you have to pay. Only, of course, when you're shopping online and stuff, Visa has their relevant fees. And when you're withdrawing from the ATM, Visa has their normal fees. Right, and then once you have the card, you are also able to earn a rebate inside of the system as well, spending using the card. So there are a lot of really fun features with the card as well. So once you get it, make sure to apply for your card. That's gonna make getting your earnings pretty easy. stress minutes. $100 is the US. Okay. And pretty much we're talking about USDT. So when you're buying your USDT, you need to have extra for gas fees and stuff like that, transactions in order for you to, because whichever platform you're purchasing on, they're going to have their transaction fee that they charge for you to purchase it, and then there will also be a fee for you to transfer it to the account. So just if you're doing 100 or you're doing 500, at least have 10% of that additional for fees. Okay?
Thank you for all the questions. No one for the questions, but we still have some leaders who are online. As I said before, there are different time zones from across the world, and we wanted to just afford them the opportunity to say a few things before it's their time. So I'm going to go ahead. I think Brian is here still. But I'm going to ask Patricia, who is my personal sponsor, and I also see a member of Sollong, to share a few words. And then very quickly, we're going to ask a few more persons you may know and recognize to just say a few words quickly. And then maybe what we can do is, once we close our virtual, you know, I'm going to ask Patricia, you there? Could you unmute yourself, please, and share a few words. Patricia? Patricia, are you hearing me? Yeah, she's here. Oh, she wants to. She has to come in from the device. All right. Just very quickly. There are some more persons that are supposed to be here. Is Mr. Andres here? All right. Mitzi from Canada. Is Mitzi here? Hey, there she is. So let's hear from Mitzi, one of our senior members. Go ahead, Mitzi, and tell us what is laid on your heart.
Africa, wherever you're calling from. My name is Nancy Morris, and I'm very honored to be a part of this company, a company that has tangible products mixed with AI and the blockchain technology. What I find with Sollong, and I mean, it really has me excited, is that they're going to be giving Apple a run for their money for sure. And we also have a CEO who is a visionary, and he comes with a true heart of an entrepreneur. I was able to meet this gentleman in Dubai, and I can tell you, he's a very, very humble person. And prior to getting started with Sollong, I was looking for something that was real. A company that would pay me when I'm sleeping. A company that would allow my money to slave for me. And 1% a day, family, is nothing to stop at. So for me, Sollong has checked all the boxes. And I believe that it will do the same for you. And this is what I was looking for. And I'm sure that it's the same thing that you've been looking for, because we've all been around the block and everyone made all these promises. But what I know with Sollong is that if you start to take your money too quickly, which is what the first speaker says, is that listen, you're taking it from your capital. And that alone tells me that this is a real business. So I love the fact that I'm a part of this company, and I'm looking forward to seeing you deciding to lock arms with Sollong as well. I'm very excited, We're gonna have a fantastic 2025 if you decide to come along for the ride with football. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so very much, Missy. I like what you said. I want to say that money makes a wonderful slave, but a very, very poor master. All right. Do we have Pastor Betty from Uganda on still? Pastor Betty, are you there?
Hello.
Hold on, Pastor Betty. Hold on. Let me just find it. Let me just find it. All right. So go ahead, Pastor Betty.
It is 4:21 a.m. in Uganda. Yeah, I'm happy to be at Sollong, and I'm happy that my leader Patricia, made me to come to Sollong. We have been together in so many things. I met Patricia in 2014, and we have done many things together. Some have made us cry, others have put a small smile on our faces for a short time. But here we are with so long, so far we are smiling. And I believe so long will continue making us smile all the way. As its name says, it is so long, and I believe we'll be here for so long. And my prayer is that Jamaica will embrace so long, and together we benefit from so long. Bless you.
All right, thank you so very much, Ms. Pastor Betty, for being on tonight and for taking the time out of your sleeping period to be with us here tonight. But we also have a Chinaman here from Jamaica who is also a senior member of Sollong. When I asked him to come for a pastor, Bishop Shanti checked in. Yeah, also from China. Yeah.
Thank you all for the leaders that are here and online. Just want to say thank you for making it this time that we could come and pick up the solar team right here in Jamaica and abroad, because people in Canada and all over the parts of the world. Yeah, the lady said, what is it, 4 o'clock?
Yeah, 4 a.m.
Yeah, 4 a.m. There she is, and to all you. I just want to thank Sassy for this opportunity. When she came to me, that was very young, that's around December, early December, when a lot of stuff was falling apart, and I saw it. I began to think on it, dwell on it, I began to meditate, and something like, no, you're going to do it. And so I began to write on it, and then I began to do it by myself, then I started sharing with others. And I want to say to you all, the team members, great job. I'm not S5. S5, some of you don't understand what that means. S5, that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, run up into the company. And I want to say, I could not do it by myself. But you gentle folks up here are my partners. I want to say thank you for being there. Amen. And also Sassy for being there and introducing me. And keep in great inspiration, man. I know you come actually probably here until Dr. Mendes. Yes, good to meet you on the radio, and I saw you on WhatsApp. But guess what? On Zoom, I see you. Right? Yes. And so Peter and I were talking about from a far place. So crypto was not something that new to us. We used to take Bitcoin and using it to do business online.
we never store Bitcoin, but we use transaction. And if we had known that Bitcoin would have been, right, we have like 3 Bitcoin, could have like 100 Bitcoin. But look at it now. When they say Bitcoin is going up to be $200, we laugh at it. 300, 1,000, we laugh. Big story. But look at it now. What's Bitcoin going up in the amount of it? And we have an opportunity. So now, the soldier coin that Sasha spoke about, that coin you can store it because they have like 2.1 billion. If I understand, in the black hole, and I saw there, they have 1.2 something billion coin. So there's a small amount. The amount that we have remain is less than what earned. And this is amazing, folks. We have an opportunity. We're doing the topping tree, talking about the CPI. When I found out that in this system, you can manage your money, you can withdraw your money. You don't have to tell anybody, you want your money. You can go and push the button and get your money going. That's what I've been doing. Folks, let me tell you, this is what we call decentralized finance. We get full control of your money. And that's amazing. In the ecosystem, you can see the bank, how much money in there. In the bank out there, you can see how much money in the bank. But when you put your money in the bank, they lend it out. Or they use the money to trade it and make more money while they give you peanuts, right? Right here, the money is in the bank, you can withdraw and you can add more money to it. There's no way, I would say, that could come and crash this market. They put 20,000 or 100,000 in it, they can go back in and pull up the money right now. They have to turn it over in order to make the money. Is that right? So it is an amazing system. And I believe that we are here for the long haul. We got a great system here. Right in Jamaica, I believe this thing is going to blaze a yard. To blaze a yard. Yeah. Why? Let me tell you something. It started right there, but because of what they are hearing. I was just out there looking for some of my persons to come. Yeah, guess what? A young lady overheard me talking about the business, and she came and asked me about it. But because she not appropriate dress to come here, she said, give me your information. There you go. It's not hard, folks. And we have to open our mouth, talk to people. There's a lot of people to talk to. You know, Jamaica, when things begin to catch you, it's like wildfire. Is that right?
Yes.
You are right. So we're looking to, if we're coming back here, this room can work. All right? So great man. So those that are online to Pat and all the team leader, we want to big you up. And to everyone that are here, we win with Sollong. Sollong to the work.
Thank you. 7 years ago, I had close to a dozen Bitcoin. And over hundreds of XRP. I had a couple dozen BNB. I mean, all the coins you can use on the Sollong network. At some point in my life, I had a lot of them. And we spent them. I spent them. And only I kept them up until now. But guess what? I don't have to about spend them. Because Soul Tree is here. And just do what you can with it now. So tonight I'm happy that I have on the opportunity, I give the opportunity. And like yourself, you can get started. And some of these tokens you see value. Peter, I found somebody from fire station that was pumping XRP. I got to the bank and roll it, it was pushing it. But it took too long to increase. That's why I look at this at all. Spend the loss and look at it now. So sometimes you know to value the faith and hold on. I'm gonna take us one more leader tonight, and he's sitting here because he's also a senior member of the Sollong team here in Jamaica, who is on at the key contract.
All right, so I am on the straight to the point. I am that crunch. That's the moment. We crunch. I just know I play the numbers game every time. And I'm setting a challenge for us. Invest $1,000 and compound for 2 years and watch your life change. Just try it. Just try it once. 2 years, take and forget for 2 years and see what happens. Just crunch it on. Well, one thing I can tell you, it's in excess of $1 million. Don't change. Huh? Okay. Well, I tell you what, I've been in this program from just about mid-January, and it has been life-changing, I can tell you that. I've achieved the rank of S4, and I'm moving on to S5. You will understand. You will understand what I mean. I'm a team leader. There are not many persons who like to do team leading. I never liked it. I got into some programs that had force, what they call force matrix. With this, you don't have to tell anyone about it, but it's hard now. Because as soon as you tap into the system, immediately you refresh your page. It starts. It doesn't happen in 24 hours. It happens second by second. You refresh your page, you look at it, and you see your money counting. That is how it happens. It's absolutely wonderful, people. When you wake up, you set some money down, put it aside, and you wake up and it's growing. I told myself some weeks ago that I didn't want any lazy money. I need my money to work. And I had some lazy money. And I just set it to work. And it's working. So, say no lazy money, people. No lazy money. Thank you very much.
All right. So, Michael, come here. Michael was my, come here, Michael. Michael is my foot soldier. And come right here so that we can see. This is going to be one man whose life, Sollong is going to change. This is my foot soldier. So Michael was the person who did all the groundwork for it to be possible for us to be here. So I look down together. Alright, so I want to thank every one of you who took the time out to be here tonight. And I was told that maybe one reason why we have a bigger turnout physically is because we're pretty much just coming on an exam. But I believe that there are a lot of persons joining us online. I also want to thank all the persons that joined us online, even up until this time, but just quality persons that are still online with us. We want to thank you. I want to thank the person who told you about it. There are some persons in your life that serve as triggers because they become the person who initiates a significant change in your life. Because sometimes all we need is just a trigger. All we need is a trigger. And so tonight I want to thank the person who invited you tonight. What you do with what you heard tonight is simply up to you. So again, I want to thank you for being on. Get back to the person who told you about the opportunity. And we have a trip coming up in Mauritius. That's next month. Last month I got an all expense paid trip to Dubai. But I didn't go because I wasn't feeling so well. I just come from the States. But Keith went, and it was a wonderful experience. Sassy went. Next month, we're going to Mauritius for 6 days. And I am ready. My suitcase is already in good order. And I picked up what I'm going to wear, and I'm going to enjoy myself. And I would love to see, just like tonight, I was able to put some face, some names. I want to put some more faces, some more names in Mauritius. So again, I want to thank you all, and you will hear what is the next step. Let's get back to the person referring you. Again, thank you all for being on tonight, and you will hear from us. Looking forward to seeing you for the next meeting. Stay close to the person who invited you, and you will hear more about that. All right? So, good night. All right, so that was for the children. We should leave about the adults. So we must have big people. Any more questions before we close? Any more questions? Anybody need clarification? I believe the conversation. Yes? It's Sollong linked in the bank out here because Sollong because Sollong is a cryptocurrency, private cryptocurrency based. It's decentralized. It's not linked to any bank. The only link would be if you were, no, it's not linked to any bank. But if you wanted your money, you could use the crypto card. Yeah. Visa, regular card?
Yes.
Yeah. If it carries all the features of a normal phone has,